The tech world just hit the panic button, and Apple is leading the charge. If you've been waking up every morning refreshing tech blogs, waiting for a whisper of the M4 Ultra, I have some news that is going to hurt. Stop. Just stop. Put the mouse down. Everything we thought we knew about Apple's desktop roadmap has been thrown into a blender and set to liquefy. Apple didn't just change the plan, they took the M4 Ultra out to the proverbial pasture and replaced it with something so overpowered it's actually terrifying. We are talking about the M5 Ultra Mac Studio, a 36-core monster that shouldn't even exist yet. This isn't just a spec bump. This is a moment that changes the entire industry. It is a massive shift that destroys everything we thought we knew about desktop computing and leaves the competition scrambling for answers. For years, we followed the roadmap like it was gospel. We expected a steady, predictable climb from the M1 to the M4. But behind the scenes at Cupertino, things were falling apart. Apple got caught with their pants down in the global AI arms race. While companies like Nvidia were seeing their valuations skyrocket due to AI demand, Apple realized they were becoming potentially irrelevant in the world of high-end local AI processing. They saw the writing on the wall. Their current chips were great for video editing, but they weren't the AI titans the market was demanding. So, they did something radical. They scrapped the M4 Ultra entirely. They decided to leapfrog an entire generation of desktop silicon to jump straight to the M5 architecture. This move officially crowns the Mac Studio as the undisputed flagship of the entire Mac lineup. But this move creates a massive casualty, the Mac Pro. Let's be brutally honest, the Mac Pro is officially a walking zombie. It's a $7,000 aluminum cheese grater that Apple genuinely doesn't know what to do with anymore. When Apple moved to unified memory, they fundamentally destroyed the whole concept of a modular tower. If you can't slot in third-party RAM or upgrade your GPU with a standard PCIe card, what is the point of a massive, hollow metal box? There isn't one. The Studio is the new ceiling. It is the peak of the mountain. Apple has signaled to the world that the future of professional computing isn't a giant tower under your desk, it's a dense, silver brick that packs more power than a server rack. Under the hood of this silver box, the numbers coming out of the supply chain are making experts question reality. Apple is using their Ultra Fusion technique to literally stitch two M5 Max chips together. Now, the standard M5 already brought a massive CPU bump, but the real story is the GPU. The M5 architecture brings a face-melting 45% increase in graphical output over the M4. When you fuse two of those absolute monsters together, the raw throughput is nothing short of violent. We are looking at configurations pushing up to a 36-core CPU and a staggering 80-core GPU. This is one of those rare moments in tech, like the launch of the first iPhone, where the hardware leaps 5 years into the future in a single bound. It's the difference between waiting for a dial-up image to load and having gigabit broadband piped directly into your brain. But here is the absolute truth. The raw speed isn't even the most insane part of this leap. The real bottleneck in modern computing isn't the CPU, it's memory. Apple isn't building the M5 Ultra for the casual 4K video editor or the weekend hobbyist. If you're just making YouTube videos, you don't need NASA-level engineering on your IKEA desk. No, Apple is targeting a very specific, very lucrative market, AI developers. This machine is designed specifically to keep massive 70 to 100 billion parameter large language models fully resident in active memory. Do you have any idea what it costs to do that on the PC side? To hold that much data in video RAM on an NVIDIA-based system, you'd need tens of thousands of dollars in enterprise-grade cards, custom server racks, and industrial cooling just to keep the rig from melting a hole through your floor. Apple is looking directly at developers who are currently bleeding cash paying extortion fees to Amazon and Microsoft Azure every single month. They are offering them an escape route. It's a brilliant business move. They are selling a local AI cloud in a box. To support this, the connectivity is getting a massive boost too. We're talking Thunderbolt 5 across the board, Pro-V. Ding, a ridiculous 120 gigabytes per second of bandwidth. And in a rare, consumer-friendly move, Apple is stubbornly holding on to two USB-A ports on the back. It sounds small, but for anyone using legacy audio gear or software licensing dongles, it's a massive win. Throw in 10 gigabit Ethernet, and you have a machine that can talk to the world as fast as it thinks. However, every Apple launch comes with a catch, and this one is frustratingly typical. Along with the M5 Ultra, leaks point to a studio display too. It's a gorgeous mini LED panel, but Apple is reportedly locking the refresh rate at 90 Hz. Not 120 Hz, just 90. They simply refuse to give non-pro monitors the full promotion experience, which feels like a slap in the face for a monitor that will likely cost $1,600. And the weirdest part? They are stuffing an A19 smartphone chip inside the monitor just to handle webcam processing and background blur. It's a massive waste of high-end silicon just to fix a famously bad webcam, but that is Tim Cook's Apple for you, over-engineering the small things while gatekeeping the big ones. The real trap you need to watch out for is the RAM configuration. The supply chain shows Apple is testing units with up to 512 GB of unified memory. That memory is moving at 900 GB per second. That specific number is the entire reason this Mac Studio exists. But to hit that 512 GB cap, Apple is going to empty your wallet. Because the memory is baked into the chip, you are locked in from the moment you click buy. The days of cracking open a case to add more RAM are gone forever. If you underestimate your workflow and try to save a few bucks now, you'll be buying a whole new computer in 2 years. It's a predatory pricing model, but for the power on offer, Apple knows people will pay. My honest opinion? This is a transition point for the entire computer industry. We are moving away from general-purpose PCs and into the era of the AI appliance. If you are an AI researcher, a high-end coder, or a top-tier 3D animator sitting on an aging M1 Max, the M5 Ultra is a legitimate no-brainer. It is the first machine that truly justifies the Ultra name by offering capabilities that were previously impossible on a desktop. But for everyone else, be careful. Don't get caught in the 512 GB trap unless your job depends on it. We are being charged used car prices for RAM, and while the performance is god-tier, the value for a regular pro is questionable. This is a beast of a machine, but it's a beast that wants to eat your entire bank account. If you like the video, subscribe, share the video, and hit the bell icon.